All right, so we got a 1970s Thiokol 2100, however you pronounce that. We just dragged it out of the brush yesterday. It's been sitting for at least, I believe, about a decade and a half. It was quite the adventure getting this width of a machine onto our trailer. Pretty wide machine. But it's got a rear groomer on the back, and then a custom made blade up front. This was fabricated by the owner, and he ended up purchasing, or I believe receiving, this blade for free from the park he was associated with. And we're going to see if we can't do kind of a revival on this thing and get it going again. Just a single cab with kind of a buddy seat, and it's got the 6 road wheels. Some are air filled, some are solid, and I believe it's got a Ford 300 6-cylinder engine in it. We'll jump up on top and see if we can't take a look at the engine. So this is what the engine looks like. It hasn't run for a long time. It's pretty rusty. You can tell the valve cover has seen better days. Got a coolant warmer right here for the temps it was operating in. The engine rolls over, spins over freely, so we know that's good. And then we got I believe the fuel tank. I think it's a 40-gallon fuel tank. And then the hydraulic tank right there. And that's just a little exhaust stack right there for itself. Let's see if we can't get on the other side. This is what the inside looks like. We got, it's I think a 3-speed transmission. Little buddy seat right there. Levers you pull to steer. And then I'm assuming those are the hydraulic control, those 3 levers over there, and then the transmission selector right there. And then I'm assuming throttle and brake. It's got some gauges up top. I believe it says it has 3,800 meters or 3,800 hours on it. So yeah, this is going to be our project for a little bit. We're going to start pressure washing it today, and then probably try and vacuum out as much as we can. So before we start pressure washing this thing, we're probably going to try and get all this debris and junk out. Looks like there's an old tow rope back here. Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, we're going to get all the big chunks out so we aren't blowing that everywhere onto ourselves. And then once that's ready, we'll probably pressure wash and attempt to vacuum the sucker out. So we'll get started on that. Nelly. Oh. Well, we got most of it washed off. Probably gonna leave the tracks alone until it's driving. Bunch of nasty chunks that just blew off right onto the trailer bed as well. There's still a lot of wet stuff scoop that I'm gonna have to scoop out by hand at some point. And now that the exterior is washed, we're probably gonna use this vacuum here and tackle the cab. Hop up. Bunch of kind of wet, greasy looking pine needles. Looks like there's been a rat that's made this his home for the last couple years. And we got some goodies in here. Got a window scraper, kind of a custom made wrench, another custom, kind of like a lug wrench almost looks like. And some miscellaneous belts. Looks like he really liked using heat. And then, yeah, nice mouse nest, to say the least. Let's see. And I lied, it's not a 3-speed, it's a 4-speed transmission. So we're gonna have some fun cleaning this place up. Looks like it's got a visor right there, possibly for this, how bright the snow might have been up on the mountaintop, but we're gonna give a shot at cleaning this and see what it looks like in a little bit. So one of the more cool things about this whole ordeal is that when we got this Snowcat, the owner ended up giving us, let me grab it over here, an axle shaft. So we have a replacement axle shaft now. This is a honking axle shaft. So I don't think we'll ever break it, but it's nice to have something that's as unique as it is with us. And we were also able to snag a Thiokol maintenance and parts manual, and that's pretty neat. And he also gave us the original key. I'll see if I can find it over here. Let's see. There she is. So this is the original Snowcat key. Kind of funky, but I don't think you'll be able to find another one or get one made. So now that it's washed, cleaned up, you might as well hook the trailer back up and get it ready for its new home. Well, this looks like it's probably going to be the best spot for it. Got not much room on this side, but it's a good high ground. So it should work. It's going to have to come straight off. The only thing that's keeping it on that trailer are the fenders. Is the wheels. Here's the sprockets. So you got the sprocket and then the wheels that follow it, and those are exactly 8 feet from tire, inside of tire to inside of tire. And this trailer deck is only, I think, 92 inches, and I think 96 inches is 8 feet, if I'm not wrong. And so we're, in terms of the trailer deck, it is, I mean, it's, you don't have any room to spare, so it has to go straight on and straight off whenever you're loading this thing. Otherwise it has the possibility of slipping off, and you're in a whole new bucket of worms. So with that being said, we'll probably leave it here. We'll go grab a tractor so we can assist with pulling it, and we'll go from there. All right, well, this is going to be the permanent resting spot for this thing, at least for a while. Looking a lot better. Still looks pretty crusty, but I'll get back here to get some of the debris once it dries up. But for now, it's a lot better. Looks like I can even remove this plywood and probably even clean further in here. But it went off the trailer good. I can't complain. You got it chained up here as well so the blade doesn't drop. The next step will probably be replacing at least some of the hydraulic hoses up front, and then getting some fresh fuel to it, some fresh hydraulic fluid, and then seeing if we can't get this thing to run.